of the World Press Freedom Index. As you all know, the main objectives of these events of today are to celebrate the fundamental principles of press freedom, to evaluate press freedom around the world, to pay tribute to journalists who have lost their lives in the exercise of their profession, to award the 2019 UNESCO Guillermo Cano World Press Freedom prestigious prize intended to honor a person, organization, or institution that has made an outstanding contribution to the defense of press freedom. The holding of this conference with the main theme, Media for Democracy, Journalism and Elections in Times of Disinformation, right here in Addis Ababa, has no doubt special meaning and significance for Ethiopia. Over the past 1 year only, various reform efforts have been undertaken in expanding freedoms, particularly in relation to ensuring the right to freedom of expression. We all know that our track record in the past was far from reassuring in this regard. That is why we used to rank more or less at the bottom of the World Press Freedom Index. However, with the major steps taken to make significant improvements over the past 1 year, including the release of all activists and journalists in detention, the lifting of ban in some media outlets, and the revision of some of the inhibiting laws and legislations, the media landscape in Ethiopia has shown dramatic transformations. Thanks to these reform measures, today there are no journalists behind bars, and Ethiopia has made a significant leap forward in its ranking in the 2019 World Press Freedom Index. Therefore, the fact that today a variety of actors are meeting here in Addis Ababa to discuss achievements as well as challenges to freedom of press is a clear recognition of the remarkable progress we made over the past 12 months. This will certainly encourage us to redouble our efforts and renew our commitment to democratic and media reforms and to the promotion and protection of human rights and freedom of expression in Ethiopia. The theme of this year's World Press Freedom Day is indeed very relevant and timely for us here in Ethiopia as we are gearing up to organize national elections next year. Media certainly plays an important role in elections by facilitating political discourse and enhancing the public's understanding of the political platforms of the contesting parties. However, in this digital stage, social media has dramatically transformed the media landscape in the world, and Ethiopia is no exception to that. While it is true that freedom of expression has been significantly improved, with this came another challenge that requires serious attention. This has to do with the polarization of political discourse in Ethiopia, mainly as a result of the role of social media. The danger of fake news and the growing climate of disinformation over reliable news and information, spreading like wildfire and causing havoc and mayhem, is a real challenge faced by all countries, big or small. But the situation is much more pronounced in countries like Ethiopia, where the political culture and institutions of governance have yet to mature, and that there is lack of the necessary capability to filter facts from fiction. Therefore, this underscores the need for serious dialogue to respond to this common challenge that we are facing. How can the impact of social media be mitigated without affecting basic freedoms is an issue that needs to be addressed. I understand there are no easy solutions, but serious dialogue needs to happen with the active participation and collaboration of member states and all other relevant stakeholders so as to prevent the exploitation of information communication, particularly the internet and the social media. Therefore, I'm confident that this conference will contribute its part in facilitating this important interaction. The issues identified for discussion are indeed very valid, and we hope they will stimulate debate with a view to bringing out valuable recommendations on the way forward. With these few words, let me conclude by wishing you fruitful deliberations. The people and government of Ethiopia will do everything to make your stay in our country as much productive and enjoyable as possible. I hope you will take some time to travel around and discover what our country has to offer. Je vous remercie de votre aimable attention et souhaite plein succès à vos travaux ainsi qu'un agréable séjour en Éthiopie, en espérant que vous aurez le temps de découvrir ou de redécouvrir ce que l'Éthiopie a à offrir. I thank you for your kind attention.
Your Excellency, thank you.
ጤና ይስጥልን የተከበራችሁ ተመልካቾቻችን እንደምንላችኋል። በአፍሪካ ህብረት የመሰብሰብ
Chuba yen kaba litabiif tutirra damsa ko